I wanted to share the fact that I believe that I've known Christ since I was about 5 or 6 or 7 years old. And my grandparents never went to church, but they sent us boys to church every Sunday. And that's the way people did in the South. And I remember somebody telling me Jesus loved me, and I felt so in love by everyone else that I just fell in love with him. And I used to talk to him when I go out and get the coal and wood ready for the fire in the mornings. And I crawl underneath the house and I talked to him and prayed to him and asked him why life was the way it was. And when I got older, certain things had happened to where I went to church all the time, but I was kind of not accepted because I had a slow personality and I wasn't slow in school and my folks were poor. And one of the ministers that today here in Akron that was assistant pastor at Springfield Baptist Church told me that he apologized to me for the way the kids treated me and himself treated me when I was younger in the church, and he was ashamed of it. So it made me feel really good that he was that kind and that he loved Jesus that much to say that to me. But I was still running from God at the time, and I was so angry and mad. And I got in all kinds of trouble. I was just self-destructive completely. And then I decided that I had to slow down because I was killing myself. And then I read, one day I didn't have any teeth. And I stopped at the Church of God in Talmadge, and I asked the pastor, I said, "Sir, do you help people in the neighborhood?" And he said, "Yes, sometimes. What do you need?" And I said, "I need some teeth." He said, "We'll help you get them." And it gave me an opportunity to fall in love with the people at that church because I started going. No one had been able to break through to me before. And when I started going back to church, I kind of realized my first love was God. My first love was Christ, and that the Holy Spirit always lived in me. And I told the pastor when I was hungry, he fed me. When I was naked, he clothed me. How? Through the people that love him. If people really love Jesus Christ, they care for others. That's what Christ said, "I want you to. I want you to love one another as I have loved the church." So I'm just proud to sit here and say that I believe in God, I believe in his Son, and I believe in the Holy Spirit. Some people have encouraged me by simply being kind. The church has helped me. I've learned that I have made some friends in the church. Pastor knows this. He tried to find me a nice coat one year because I hadn't had a coat for years. And in the winter I did get cold. And one of the ladies and gentlemen of this church this past year came to my house and gave me a really, really nice winter coat. And made by the London Fog, and it's not a cheap coat, let me tell you, it's nice. And so now I have a really nice, wonderful winter coat because they showed love for me. These people in this church here are actually living the life that Jesus asked them to live. I just feel that I've known Jesus all my life, it seems to me. I gave him my heart when I was a little boy. I've always belonged to him. But you know, I'm like the prodigal son. I ran away because I had been hurt a lot and then mistreated and abused, raped, and carried on with people in the church. But you know, I had to learn this. God didn't ask me. He didn't say this is a request. He said it's a commandment to forgive others as I've forgiven you. I love people. I think when I was younger, I thought it was a weakness because people kicked me around, pushed me around. I didn't stand up for myself. And when I got about 30 years old, I turned around the other way. If you got arrogant with me, I get twice as arrogant with you. I just walked off the street one day after I got out of the military, and I said, same hospital that kept my mother in Fallsview. I said, I need help. I can't cope with people the way other people do. Can you help me?
Yeah.
And then when they realized who my mother was, they said, yeah, we can help you. But it had been drilled in me so long that it's going to take time.
Yeah.
And I forgive her. And I forgive my stepfather for the things he did. But it doesn't mean I should forget that I can help somebody else overcome and be that way and help them understand how to love their children, how to take care of them. You're supposed to be the person that loves them, cares for them, stands up for them, talks to them, and teaches them, please do it. It means a lot to your children. They'll grow up to be better people.